So obviously, talking about oil for the last 18 months has been, I don't want to call it depressing, but I don't have a better word. Mining's not doing so hot. Are there any companies in the energy industrial space that might make one hopeful of the future?
I think actually one that looks pretty interesting not from an oil and gas, but from a overall energy perspective. If you kind of look at the whole space, I really have been kind of impressed with what's been going on at General Electric. Obviously, oil and gas has been, that segment of the business has been getting hammered just like everybody else. I mean, no shock there. But they're doing some very interesting things in the oil and gas segment, and they're also getting some better results from across the board. If you look at their renewables segment, which is something they just started breaking out in their earnings, you have a renewable segment that brought in $1.6 billion in quarterly revenue, which is 66% greater than what we saw in the previous year.
Yeah.
Part of that had to do with the Alstom acquisition that they made back last year, basically buying it's all of its wind turbine and other power generating facilities.
They were already a big player in wind turbines even before that.
And so you add Alstom to that, and you've got a huge wind, and they have some solar. And again, some interesting things they're doing in oil and gas. They even mentioned it in their release, where they have done a kind of a new model when it comes to oil and gas equipment manufacturing with rig company Diamond Offshore. Basically, GE has provided all of the blowout preventers. It's a major piece of equipment that is one of the, I would say, the bottlenecks of the oil and gas drilling industry. Like this thing has to run perfectly. It has to go on scheduled maintenance, and there's a lot of downtime associated with it. Anytime there's downtime, you're not making any money. And so what they have done is they have bought back all of their oil and gas or the blowout preventers from Diamond Offshore that had originally purchased, and now are leasing them to them. And the goal of this for Diamond Offshore is GE has some skin in the game. They want to be better about maintenance and keeping it operating, and they get incentive bonuses based on getting better performance metrics than they already have. And in exchange, GE gets a reoccurring revenue rather than a straight sale. So over the long term, that asset becomes more valuable. And if it can pull levers like that in the oil and gas industry, while at the same time seeing this huge boom in other sections such as renewables, GE is looking very impressive, at least on the energy side of its business.
Yeah.